There's an idea I'm interested in called the self-illusion. And the idea is we have a concept of who we are, an identity, and it's a construct. It's something we build up and we want to be that thing. And we convince ourselves that we are that thing. And we protect it and we promote it. And we're happy when people buy that story of us. And we're not really that. We're all of these different energy channels, energy flows coming through us. And we try to organize them and get some idea of what that means about who we are. And the idea that we are actually not a coherent self, but that we have all of these different personalities in us, all these different types of energies called subpersonalities that we usually don't develop. We try to keep them at bay and we promote certain energy constellations and we call them me. I'm that. And that I have a name, I have a history, I have my identities that are attached to my family, to my race, to my nationality, to my time in history, to my education, to my bank account, all of these things that make up who we think we are. And we present those to the world, and we're quite happy when they buy it. And we buy it, but there's something we don't want to think about. And that is at some point, we disappear, we die. And the only thing that's left are artifacts and our story. That story is is going to be forgotten by the fact that everybody who's known us is going to die too. And even if we've been famous, it's very likely we'll be forgotten. So, what did that life mean? What did it mean to have a name and to be somebody in the world and then disappear? Is the meaning of a life an identity? Making an identity and living as if we are that? Maybe not. Maybe we are just given a chance to manifest certain kinds of energies, certain kinds of intelligences, certain kinds of talents, certain kinds of relationships. And that is education of the soul. The soul is actually getting something out of being in a body for a while. Being manifest is not a useless exercise. We do it on purpose, and we have a reason to do it. The unfortunate thing is, we usually forget that reason. And we end up wandering from pillar to post, wondering, are we doing the right thing? Are we having our real life? And if we have some kind of nagging sense that there is something unfulfilled, there is something we came to do, we just can't quite remember it, well, maybe we should give that more attention than we do. Maybe we should find out what else is in there. There are people who do things because they love them, but they don't turn those things into an identity. You can call yourself a businessman, an artist, a writer, a dancer, a linguist, whatever you want to call yourself, but that's not the point. That's not the objective. The objective is doing something that you can develop, that you love, and that the world can benefit from. And you don't actually need an identity for that. You don't need a name. You don't need to be famous. You don't need for people to know who you are. You can be anonymous and still contribute a tremendous amount, and you can still be whoever you really are. I really like to think about that.